Okay, looks like I'm live. Okay, so let me make sure I'm properly adjusted. The light is not great. Oh well. So I want to have a little bit of a reading sprint, as well as have a little chat. So yeah, let's do that. So okay. So the book I'm going to be reading for the sprint is Haunted Hollywood by Tom Ogden, and I'm really feeling like spooky things. So I haven't actually even started it yet, so I'm going to be starting it, and I'm going to go ahead and start the sprint. Okay, so a sprint. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, everyone. So that was a little quick 15-minute sprint. Um, I was reading Haunted Hollywood, and I got through the introduction and then like the first, I don't know, 5 or 6 pages of the first section. And so the book is divided in like 3 sections, and um, it's about like, I think, locations in Hollywood that are haunted, but also like actors and things that were in Hollywood, I guess, that they think are haunting those places. So anyway, um, that is a little bit of like nonfiction that I'm reading. I read several books at a time. So the book on my Kindle that I'm concentrating on is like a weird romance. It's like one of those caveman alien books. And I have read about a third of it. But it's one of those books that I read a few pages before I go to bed at night. So it's not like super important. Um, but I have like a Kindle streak because I have Kindle, like I have the Kindle app and I have Kindle Unlimited. And so I have a Kindle streak going. And so I love a streak. What can I say? Um, the other book that I'm reading, I'm using a mixture of the audiobook, but also um, the physical book is Vampires of El Norte by Isabel Cañas. I started reading it, just the physical book, and then I was like, I enjoy hearing like the words in Spanish. And so I used one of my Audible credits and got the Audible to read along with it. And because that's how I read The Hacienda. And I was like, this is the way I like reading her books, because she's one of those authors who's really unafraid of including, for like other words. I say for other languages mixed in. And so I really appreciate that. And also this has vibes like it's not Twilight vampires, let me tell you. It's scary and creepy. Um, and so like those are some that I'm like concentrating on. Like there's a few others that I have on my Goodreads that are listed as I'm currently reading, but like it depends on my mood. Like I can't uh, like if I'm not in the mood for a book, it's not good for me to just focus on one book at a time. Like it's better for me if I um, just jump to the next book, and I can keep them straight in my head, especially if like one thing that I'm reading is nonfiction, and something else that I'm reading is a romance, and something else that I'm reading is like some other type of book or whatever. Um, but anyway, I'm going to um, like probably jump into another sprint here just shortly, and kind of like finish this out with some more reading, um, because that's what I was really trying to concentrate on this evening. This weekend I've gotten a lot done, but it's like I feel, I don't know, like I could have done more maybe. I don't know. Um, but yeah, so I'm also working on a new set of nails. Like these are my natural nails, and I just put a coat of blue on them just because, to kind of protect them a little bit. But I normally wear like tips or whatever, and so like I put them on this little thing, and then I color paint them and make them look how I want them to look. And so I'm working on this set. I have a couple of other sets that are like ready to go, but I haven't like, I just don't feel like I'm in the mood for them. Like it's October, so it's spooky season, and so I want, I don't know, fall nails. This is not, to me, this is not very So I'm probably going to take this off in the next sprint, and then like start working on my nails. So it is 8:20. So I think I'm going to start another sprint. And so we'll read to, let's say, 8:35. So I'll see you guys at the end of the next sprint. Okay, y'all. So that was another little reading sprint. You can see my cats. They're doing like their evening zooms. So the white one that you saw was Pickle. And then the orange one right there is Kanye. And they're doing their little runaround thing that they're doing in the evening. Um, yeah, so I thought I would show you what I think I might read this month. Like, I do TBRs, but then sometimes I do them and then I don't read any of it. Like, I mood read and then I just veer into something else. So, some books that are kind of on my peripheral that I think I want to read this month because October is spooky month. So we're looking at things that include Halloween things, I guess. So one that I have picked out is "The Woods Are Always Watching" by Stephanie Perkins. I actually met Stephanie Perkins at a convention in like I think it was 2015, and she was in the process of writing um, "There's Someone in Your House," and I did read that one, and it was okay. It was pretty good. I do like her writing style, so I haven't heard much about this one, but I know that it kind of goes on the trope of like people in the woods. So I do want to read that. I want to be supportive of Stephanie Perkins. Um, I also have, if I'm feeling like mystery vibes, I also have a copy of "The Woman in the Library" by Sulari Gentile. Um, and I really dig this cover. I got this in an unplugged book box. And so I even have like a signed book plate that goes in it. Um, but yeah, this is, I think, like a closed door mystery type. And so that feels really appropriate for October. If I'm feeling like a little bit of romance, I do have a copy of "Not the Witch You Wed" by April Asher. This is about a witch, and I think she is looking at dating someone else. Like, I think there's like a fake dating trope, and it's like supernatural beings are like part of the world that it's set in. So I really dig this. Like, I'm looking forward to maybe that romance. For short things, short reads, I have a copy of "Night of the Mannequins" by Stephen Graham Jones. I have a couple of other Stephen Graham Jones books on my shelf, but I wanted to maybe start with this one because it's super short. Like, this would take me all of like one whole afternoon. Um, I also have a copy of "What Moves the Dead" by T. Kingfisher. Hello. And it's also very short, but I think this cover itself is just giving me the creeps. So I think this would be a really good one to read this month. And then finally, I had proposed this one to my book club last time we met, but it didn't win. But that's okay. But I think I might actually like lean in and read "Rules for Vanishing" by Kate Alice Marshall, because I think that it's I think it's ghosty. It kind of goes with like some of the ghost story type things that were read whenever I was like a kid, like those stories about like you're driving down a highway at night and it's raining and there's a hitchhiker, and like you don't pull over and get them and then you see them again and it's creepy. Or the story about the guy who sees, like, he's a high school guy and he sees like a woman on the side of the road. He picks her up and she's cold, so lets her wear his Letterman jacket. You know what I'm talking about? And then like she she disappears and the Letterman jacket's like in the graveyard or whatever. Yeah. Those are the kind of vibes that I'm getting from the synopsis of it. So like, I really think that this is a good time of the year to like read that. So far this is interesting. It reads like nonfiction, but then it has like sort of a fictional stylistic to it, and sort of like talking about the ghost stories. I'm only almost completely done. Like, I had like a page left of the first chapter in it. So interesting. And it started back with like some actors that were like in silent films and moving into the talkies. So like not people that I'm really familiar with, but I think that I will be more familiar with some of the actors and stuff as it progresses in time. So I'm not sure what to think about this so far. So let's do another reading sprint and then I'll wrap this up. And so it is 8:40 now. So I'm going to do another 15-minute reading sprint. And then when we get done with that sprint, I'll wrap it up. And then that'll be it for tonight. So let's get into it. Okay, sorry. I took an extra minute because I was finishing the second chapter of this book. So, what the author does is gives like sort of this nonfiction talk about whatever the haunted thing is and like the Hollywood person or whatever, but then includes like a little snippet of like a fictional person encountering some sort of paranormal activity. And I think it's instead of saying, well, some people have said that they've seen this or heard this or whatever, I think that it's just sort of giving the like within a fictional person's perspective. And I kind of the first chapter I was like, I don't like that. But then the second chapter, I guess I'm falling into the pattern. I don't know. So we'll see. That was only the first like couple of chapters or whatever. But yeah, I'm making a little bit of progress in this book. So I think I'm gonna end this here. So if you're playing it back, yeah, that's I hope this was helpful. Like I feel like sometimes when I'm reading it, I'll like pull up somebody's reading sprints and like read along with them, even though it's not live anymore, because just having someone read with me, I guess, is comforting. I guess I don't know, but anyway, but yeah. So I guess I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.